Welcome everyone to another homemaking weekly reset. This one is all about cleaning because as you see my kettle needs it. So I googled online that you put in some cut up lemons with some bicarb and give it a boil, and it has a nice yellow color to the water. So then this gets tipped into the tray in the oven, because I'm told that if you put hot water with some lemons and some bicarb inside a tray and then shut the oven door and leave it on for about 45 minutes to an hour, it helps soften all the grease and things that are inside and makes it so easy to clean. And I thought, you know what, I'm up for the challenge. So over Easter weekend, Anzac Day and everything else, I've been doing little bits of cleaning all around the kitchen. So the oven took me a couple of days because I wanted to keep going backwards and forwards with it. I've done the stovetop, some filters and some other bits and pieces that you'll see coming up. So we keep attempting the kettle. It took 3 or 4 goes to get it clean. It really needed a clean. Adding some more stuff into the oven. Look at that nice lovely green water. So we'll add that last bit into the tray and cross our fingers and hope it all works. As you can see, our oven door is pretty dirty. So yeah, we're going to turn it on and leave it, and hopefully all the grease will just sweat away. Now the kettle's pretty clean and I'm happy with that, and plus other people want a coffee. Now the oven's been on for about 45 minutes and it has loosened up the surface bit of the grease that's here. I've got a paint scraper just giving a bit of a scrub over, but this is definitely going to need a little bit more elbow grease, and if you stay tuned you'll see a very special magic trick coming up. I think cleaning the oven would have to be the bane of my existence. It is one of the jobs I like the least. I do really like filming it though, and I really like watching this in fast motion because it looks really good. But yeah, and I like the job when it's finished, but actually doing the job is another thing. And again, this has worked pretty well. I've got a Steel Daddy that I did the first scrub. I've got some of the Coles home brand Jif type stuff, and then again, yeah, just going over it with a paint scraper. I found that some areas were a little bit tougher to clean than others. I'm also trialing this 60 seconds product today. I won a couple of the bottles from the 60 seconds range a couple of years ago. I've been meaning to do a video to try them out, so I guess today will be the tester. This one apparently is for grease and grimes, and apparently it is awesome on barbecues, and I figured, well, the oven is pretty greasy, so let's all give it a pretty good spray. I will say it's not as chemical stinky as what like Easy Off Bam or whatever is, but there still is a bit of a smell. The box does say to have some air around, so I've just shut the oven door and I'll leave it for now. One tip that I've learned from the TikTok cleaning lady is to cover anything in plastic just to help the product stop it from drying out. And I also got this bottle of oven power from it was Audi ages ago. It was on markdown as well. I absolutely love this stuff. I think it just cuts through any of the grease and the grime that is on the oven racks there. And what I did as well is I actually put some on a rag and I swished it all around inside of the oven, and I've covered that with cling wrap as well. Let me tell you, trying to do that with the light on and part of the fan, oh my gosh, it was doing my head in after a while. And I yeah, just I left it all for about an hour. I think the waiting is the hardest part. The trays you meant to leave for a couple of hours, but the grease was coming off pretty quickly. I then gave them a little bit of a rinse in the bath. I was trying to be really careful. I did have gloves on. I've since taken them off, but I didn't have any chemical reactions. I know they say wear gloves, but I have done this many, many times before. Above the stove is the exhaust fan filters. I don't know what you call it. And they're pretty greasy, as you can see. So I'm just going to take them out and I'm going to throw them into the bath because I've got some of the other oven racks. Say that 3 times fast. Soaking in there at the moment. So I'm going to throw that in there. In the water at the moment is just some of like the OxyClean that I used for stripping towels, and some dishwashing liquid, and I think some bicarb is in there as well, just to try and see if I can give everything a really good clean. Yeah, it worked well for some things and not for the others. This tray, as I said, covered it in cling film, and some of it worked to remove the grease, but other stuff hasn't. I always put down our foil when I'm cleaning it, when I'm cooking with it anyway, and sometimes some baking powder, so baking paper, so it doesn't get too dirty, but every now and again oil or grease will slide underneath there. And then I'm just giving the rest of the oven a really good scrub. I can't believe how much came off. I was really, really happy, but oh my gosh, this is such a workout. And then I remembered something about being able to remove the door of the oven, so I did a little bit of a Google search. I'm going to show you up close how to remove a door. I just keep wetting and scrubbing in every place because I figured everything just keeps helping, but I wanted to show you the final clean of the door because it looks absolutely beautiful. Our glass door actually has 2 pieces in it, so the front piece is top heavy and it can just slide straight out, and that also keeps the door heavy, so once you take that out, the door just closes automatically. So here is the door with the hinges that we have, and if you get a knife, you're able to flip up this little piece that's here, and then the same on the other side, and then like magic you just pick the door up just a little bit. Video footage is coming up and it just slides right out. Look at that, and look how close now you can get to the oven and clean it. And oh my gosh, I was in my element. I was able to move around some of the rubber seals that were there. I was able to unscrew a couple of other pieces and then give everything a really, really good clean. Here's all the pieces from the bath that were soaking. As I said, some trays have done really well and others haven't. The stovetop holder black things, they need a little bit more scrub, especially around the corners and stuff. The exhaust fan filter things have not done well at all, so they're going into the kitchen sink with some of that titanium that I got from Bunnings. Great big yellow packet. You can find it in the paint section if you can't find it in the cleaning section, and just some boiling hot water, and I left that to soak for maybe 5 minutes. It was done. It literally is a miracle cleaner. I also gave this stovetop a bit of a scrub. I don't mind this job, but also trying to clean out a lot of the little crevices underneath the burners can be a little bit annoying. But when it's all done, again, I love it. And I love filming it, and I love seeing the speed in the action of it. But yeah, I didn't clean this till the next day because the oven took me nearly all day because I just kept wanting to be at it and cleaning it. So yeah, sometimes cleaning really can get you motivated and stuck, but it can take a couple of days to get into everything. putting everything back together, and now it looks so shiny and clean. All the filters, all the oven trays were pretty much clean. I just didn't have any aftershots, and it was getting to be late afternoon, evening. I had to start getting dinner ready. We have removed the mat that we had in the kitchen, so I gave this a bit of a sweep, and I'll give it a mop when there are less people in the house to walk through my wet kitchen floor. Thank you so much for joining with me with my cleaning that I have done this week. It took a couple of days, but that's what the public holidays are for. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.